this year amongst the chaos that is the playroom. Such is the life of a 3-year-old father, I guess. So, just like the chaos in the NFL of all this COVID crap, right? Didn't do that great on my projections last week, 3-4. Although I guess I didn't really project Core and Joe's matchup. Max said Core, but I probably would have gone with Joe. But I kept it as a loss since we went. I didn't actually say Joe. Can't be saying whatever. All right, going into the matchups. Week 10. Here we go. First matchup, we're going to look at Jer's squad against Darcy, team at SS. And then, are we out of the woods yet? Jer did not get off to a good start with one of his only good players, AJ Brown. I just look up and down his team. He's got some question marks whether Edmonds is going to be, starting. He'll still get some burn. Bellage also, like, what's the Chargers backfield looking like? Tanyan's got a questionable tag. We should know in a little bit today, but looking at his squad up and down, not that great. But then I flip over to Darcy's squad. Got a good fill in this week with Baker Mayfield in a good matchup while she's got Matt Ryan on bye. She loses McCaffrey again, but she's got Mike Davis, so ain't no worries there. I like Robert Woods this week, starting him in one of my cash lineups in FanDuel. Fournette is going to be sleepy, or not sleepy. He's going to be my sleeper pick there. Some guy I heard said that Fournette will be on the Millie Makers lineup. So Baltimore against New England. Cam loves throwing interceptions. It's a pretty simple pick. Darcy's going to win this. I think this is the only one I feel really good about this week, other than me losing a patty. But we'll get there. Next, we got Carrie Segroy against Carrie Dunlap. The Carries playing each other this week. Matthew Stafford, tough matchup against Washington. I know she, just like her husband's been texting me, Bradley's been saying all morning, who we should start in Stafford in one of our other leagues. Stafford's definitely been in the discussion. So she must be talking to him, and then getting her advice from him maybe. But she's got the stack there with Stafford and Marvin Jones. I think they both suck, but only because I'm starting Marvin Jones in another league. But up and down, I mean, Malcolm Brown, Nick Chubb's going to be back, which is good, against really awful Houston defense. So that's solid. And then I look on the flip side at Carey's squad. Aaron Jones, he's going to be a chalk play in DFS this week. Really like that. Thielen, tough matchup against Chicago. It's supposed to be cold also. Mike P knows people can't catch balls in the cold. But, Minnesota's a run-first team. But maybe if they're down against Chicago or, down in distance doesn't look good, they'll be throwing more. Love Landry this week. I think Baller's in a good spot as well. And they say McKinnon's going to get some burn. So I got Kerry Segura winning this week. Next, we got LT against Andy. Boyd winning as a breeze against Godwinter is coming. Drew Brees, I like him this week. I do. I can't say I like her running backs with Moss and Madison because Godwinter's got Dalvin Cook and Gio Bernard a starter. So got to go with him there. But I do like her receivers if Robinson plays. I know he's had that questionable tag. I'm not sure if that's been updated or not. I do like Jordan Reed in the bounce back. He didn't do well last week with his first game back from IR. And while I like Tyler Boyd, I think Lindsey's in a really good spot. I think he's the better running back than Melvin Gordon. And looking at this week, LT, I projected against her last week. Will I do the same this week? You betcha. Andy takes the win. LT gets her first loss. How is she still undefeated? I don't know. Next, we got Mike P against DT. Good matchup here. DT didn't get off to the start he wanted to with Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor. He loves losing on Thursday, and I think he probably thinks he already lost because he's looking at who he's going against. Kyler Murray, Miles Sanders coming back off an injury. Chase Claypool's going to light him up, I'm sure. Most of those guys are probably going to be in his FanDuel lineup this week. But, if Hopkins can cancel out Murray, I know he didn't last week, then I got to think DT's feeling good. Stephon Diggs, will he draw Patrick Peterson? Probably, so that's tough. But Hawkins supposed to play. Ayuk's going to play. Josh Allen should be in a shootout in that same game. But I think in the end, when I'm looking up and down the teams, sorry, DT, I actually think I got to go with Mike P in this one. Despite what I said about Lindsey being better than Gordon, I wish you'd gotten more from Henry and Taylor. I know you wish the same. So I'm going to go with Mike P in this one. And then we got Matt Starr against Joe. This is a good matchup here. Deshaun Watson's been lighting up. Drew Lock in a good smash spot. Now, we got to watch with Watson in Cleveland and what the weather's going to be like there, but I still think Watson's got it. Lock, despite the fact that it's a good passing matchup, it's a good running matchup too. Las Vegas defense is so awful that I think, they, even last week against Atlanta, they wanted to run the ball. They spent the whole first half running the ball. Then in the second half, they realized, oh, you have to win against Atlanta, you got to pass the ball. So they started throwing the ball and coming back into it. But they are a run-first team, and I think against Las Vegas, they're going to do a good amount of running. So Lock is a little risky here, but going to the running back spot, Travis Homer, he's gotten a lot of touches from DJ Dallas. I'm starting DJ Dallas, I think. I don't know, maybe not. The team's so bad. But Homer's definitely come on a lot more now with Carson and Hyde being out and him being healthy. On the flips in Kamara, man. I mean, San Francisco run defense, pretty good. They're a team to pass against. But guess what? Kamara freaking is like their leading receiver, I think, or something like that. Anyways, Josh Jacobs, pretty good. And Hunt, with Chubb being back, it's a little downtick. But, I mean, he kind of played better when Chubb was there. When Chubb was out, he didn't do that much, to be honest with you. Not sure I like Marquise Brown this week. I do like John Brown in a revenge game. I do like Noah Fant. Love Metcalf. Jalen Ramsey said he isn't going to be shadowing him. Man, this is a tough one to predict. I think that I gotta go with the underdog here. I think Joe wins. I like his defense and his kicker. That's the tiebreak. All right, then we got some crappy teams. Russian Collusion, that's Bradley against It's a Me, Lamario. That's Core's squad, so Bradley against Core. Bradley starting Tua. Awful. Stupid. Lamar Jackson's not been great this year. I mean, he's been all right, but he's not been what he was last year. But I still go with Lamar in this matchup. We got the Duke and Hasty, and then Singletary and Gus Edwards. All a bunch of crap. So looking at the receiving, Cup, Chark, Thomas, Samuel, I like all those. I think Thomas has a huge game. We saw what he did against San Fran last year when San Fran actually had a good defense. I think he went for like 3 touchdowns or something like that. Cooper Kupp draws a great matchup against Seattle, especially out of the slot there. Mark Andrews been kind of up and down. Pretty much a disappointment though, just like Lamar. Probably goes hand in hand, but and then man, he had to start Hilton. Gostkowski missed a field goal. I like Tyler Lockett. Again, he'll probably see some Jalen Ramsey just like DK, but no shadowing there. Pittsburgh defense for Core. Gosh, a bunch of crap, but sorry, Core. I think Bradley takes it. I don't know, man. It's whoever's going to get the 90. All right, matchup of the week. Me against Patty. Backup Terry and a Baker's Dozen Scrubs. I got Jared Goff in a good streaming matchup, I guess. But Big Ben against Cincy. I think I need to take out Kyler Murray in my FanDuel lineup and put in Big Ben because that's tough. I do have James Conner. James Conner in a good spot. McFarland may not play. So, I mean, Conner's always in there. It's just like they never like to use him. But maybe against Cincinnati and they have a lead, he'll definitely be used more. Robinson, he's got a good matchup, but tough game script. And then, like I said, DJ Dallas. So I like Gibson. I love my receivers. I definitely like them better than Patty's. Having said that, it's probably the jinx of all jinxes. Tight end. Goddard's going to be number 1 tight end this week, obviously, since I'm starting him. I'm benching Hunter Henry. That guy just keeps doing nothing. So naturally, it'll be the week he goes off. I am starting Hooper so I got Connor and I got Hooper in my FanDuel lineup as a hedge. Christian Kirk, Buffalo's down a lot of corners. DT knows. So I like that. I am going with the underdog pick, and I say Lish wins this week. I don't care what anyone else says. I'm taking down Patty. That's my final prediction. But I still think Patty puts up some points, so that's why I got all his players in my FanDuel lineup. All right, later, guys.